This is SunHee Grinnell, beauty director at Vanity Fair magazine. And if you're beauty obsessed like me, there's nothing more exciting than award season. Watching all those glorious actresses done up in full Hollywood glamour. But who does it best? Well, I invited some of my friends who just happen to be industry's top hairstylists and makeup artists to talk about this year's mega hit, Screen Sirens. Come on in. Naomi Watts.
Icy blonde. I love her. I've always been fascinated by her. Yeah. Because she kind of speaks to me of that old-time Hitchcock blonde.
I think he would have been obsessed with Naomi Watts like he was with Tippi Hedren.
Yes. I look at someone like Naomi Watts and I think, well, maybe, she really does have someone that she references, old Hollywood.
The classic.
Because that was a time and place when it just worked.
Yes.
So much.
She could go from like Faye Dunaway to Grace Kelly to Kim
Absolutely.
Novak.
Oh, that Faye Dunaway, Bonnie and Clyde time frame is totally her.
Yeah.
You could see her playing that role.
Totally. We just casted her in that role, FYI.
Absolutely.
Going back to Mulholland Drive.
Yes.
That was her coming out.
I met her shortly after Mulholland Drive.
I mean, she's your fellow Australian.
Yes. I've known her for over 10 years. Born in England, raised in Australia, and she has this great combination of like a salty earthiness and also, a refined kind of reserve.
You shot for us with for Vanity Fair.
Yes. Yes, I remember going to Memphis, Tennessee, to the set of 21 Grams, and I went there with Mark Seliger, was the photographer.
Yes.
And we did a beautiful shot at Vanity Fair, and that was
it was a while ago.
Yeah.
Naomi Watts.
I cry every time I see her on the camera because she's such a good actress.
Oh my God.
I just saw The Impossible two nights ago.
Which is like the most impossible movie to watch.
Gut-wrenching. It just threw me back to like my first memories of her, which are Mulholland Drive, obviously. When wow, did she burst out into the scene, and that's when we finally got to see her on the red carpet and see all her beautiful looks. She's not someone who changes her hair colors all the time. She's always been that blonde hair. She looked incredible at the Globes.
She did.
That was actually one of my favorite hair looks. If I remember, side parted and kind of had like a little bit of a wave.
Kind of that deco.
Yeah, totally. It was like
deco.
that. It was like a throwback to the 30s, but modern, and she owns it.
Tell me, being the expert that you are, how she's carried herself through the last 10 years of her career.
The way she looks, how
It's
subtle. It's subtle.
It's consistent.
Yeah, and she's a chameleon in who she internalizes as opposed to the actual change in her face. She really transforms and becomes that person. She doesn't need the makeup. She always stays true to herself.
And is that what qualifies a screen siren?
Oh, I mean, does it get any better than that? I mean, she is perfection.